Hello, everyone. Okay, so today we're doing Venus in Virgo. And as I say in all my Venus videos, if you haven't watched Venus in the Signs introduction, that's my video, please, I encourage you to do so because in that video I describe how I arrive at all of my conclusions, and it's a little different than the normal planets through signs and signs influencing planets with their, the kind of cliched uh, descriptions of the signs. This is something different, and it has to do with the body parts that the sign rules, and also how far away Venus is from Mula Tricona, which is its root trine sign, its source of power, which is Libra, and then also how far away Taurus is from Venus's placement. And Taurus is Venus's feminine sign. Energy is moving through the zodiac all the time in all different kinds of ways, and this is one way that it moves through. It's kind of a general description because Venus stays in a sign a little less than a month. It's kind of like a sun description, but it really does describe how how Venus will work in certain signs. Okay. So anyway, getting started, back to Venus in Virgo. Now, Venus in Virgo has 12th and 9th house connotations. Virgo is the debilitated sign of Venus. That's where Venus is debilitated. But it isn't really that bad when Venus is debilitated because Venus or Mercury is a friend to Venus. Mercury is Venus's friend, according to Parashara. And so, in general, whenever Venus in Gemini is a very good placement. So, Venus isn't being harmed by an enemy. He's just asleep when he's in Virgo. It's a state. It's one of the avastas, it's called. And he's sleeping in Virgo. And there's also other reasons why he's considered debilitated in Virgo. But it's not a horrible thing to have a debilitated planet. A lot of people do. So I'm just going to kind of tell you how that you can see it from another angle, how Venus can be debilitated in Virgo. Okay, so a Venus in Virgo has 12th and 9th house connotations. Virgo is the 12th house from Libra, and Taurus is the 9th house from Virgo. So what motivates a Venus in Virgo person to act? What motivates them to act romantically and when they make decisions? 12th house connotations makes them act. 12th house factors. And what is that? The 12th house is self-sacrifice. Okay, that's what it means. It means to sacrifice yourself for something. There's a connotation of loss in that description. And also the 12th house is getting away from worldly concerns. It rules going on vacation, if like going to the Caribbean or Fiji or something like that, getting away from worldly concerns and not having to do a lot of worldly tasks. And also the 12th house corresponds to the 12th sign of Pisces, which is complete and total relaxation. It's like you're floating in water. That's what Pisces is. It's water, all-encompassing water. So that is what makes a Venus in Virgo person act. They like to self-sacrifice, and they look to escape kind of from their worldly concerns. Now, how do they go about pursuing their love interests or making their decisions? Well, they do that by through displaying a philosophical and or spiritual nature and discussing these topics, really, having that kind of outlook when they are pursuing a partner or just, talking about these things, engaging in these things with their partner. And they really have a desire to explore higher knowledge together. That's how Venus acts when Venus in Virgo acts when they're pursuing someone. That's 9th house connotations. Now, Because of the 12th house nature of Venus in Virgo, they might tend to over-sacrifice themselves sometimes and get burned out. And so because Venus is all about weighing the value of things. Venus is sharing, and that's what relationships are. They're sharing. And sometimes Virgo Venus will sacrifice too much of themselves, and they may have a feeling of being resentful because of this. But it's not their partner's fault. It's not their partner's intention to take advantage of them. But that's just sometimes their nature, and they can periodically feel that way. Okay, and if they just have to remember that, well, it really depends on other things in the chart if their partner is taking advantage of them or not. But just generally speaking, it's not really the partner trying to take advantage of them or wanting them to self-sacrifice so much. Okay. Now, when Virgo Venus will like to explore the 9th house avenues of relating to their partner, which is spirituality, philosophy, higher knowledge. It's myths and storytelling to psychologically understand or philosophically understand the world we live in, right? And they might try to become a type of teacher or spiritual mentor to their partner. Now, so Venus is debilitated in Virgo, and like I said, the Mercury, which is unusual because Mercury is a friend to Venus. But see, now because Venus in Virgo has 12th and 9th house connotations, the 12th house and the 9th house, the natural 9th and 12th houses are Sag and Pisces. And Sag and Pisces are ruled by Jupiter. And Jupiterian things, okay, so I'm sorry, let me go back. Venus is a worldly planet. Venus is our ability to experience happiness with things of this world, pleasurable things of this world, like food and drink, which is what Venus rules, massage, therapies, pampering and beautifying yourself, all the things of the world that we can enjoy. And the 9th and 12th houses are not worldly houses. The 12th house is actually getting away from the world completely. It's enlightenment, it's liberation. And then the 9th house is logical and theoretical thinking, philosophical theoretical thinking, and higher knowledge, transcending this world. So that's kind of why, Venus has some problems performing or acting in Virgo, because it's going against its inherent nature. The inherent nature of Venus is worldly. It's worldly things and things you can actually touch and get into to make you feel better. And but the 9th and 12th houses aren't really like that. So you see how that works? Okay, so now also another thing about Virgo, Venus being in Virgo, is Virgo is the lower back lumbar region of Kalapurush. That's what Virgo rules, that part of the body. And the lower back is the most vulnerable place on the human body for injury, and sore backs are the most frequent complaints. So the lower back works the hardest. It bends the person in half so they can pick up things. And then it has to lift the entire torso back up to a standing position. So it works very hard. And so the Venus in Virgos, like I said, this also contributes to the fact that they may overly work to keep a relationship going and put so much effort into it when there really doesn't need to be that much effort put in, and then they might start feeling like they're being taken advantage of or resentful. So that's how that Venus in Virgo works, and they just have to remember that about themselves with the Venusian energy. Okay, and they give a lot in expectation of their partner's needs. And so that's Venus in Virgo. And if you like this video, please remember to push the like button and subscribe to my channel. And also hit that bell button so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.